What's up, squad? It's your boy Cooking with Super Dad. Check it out. Today, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make a bomb meal on a low budget. Today, we're going to do some homemade tacos. Let me show you what I'm using. All right, so get a look at our ingredients. All this cost me about $20. All right, so we got 2 pounds of ground beef right there. We got an onion, a bell pepper, some cilantro, some taco shells. Now, as far as the seasonings, I already had those. We got some minced garlic. Let me turn that around. We got some minced garlic, some salt, some black pepper. This taco seasoning right there. Let me move that out the way so y'all can see that. That's real good. We got some cumin, which is necessary. We got some seasoned oil. We got a little bit of garlic powder, and we got some parsley. All right. See those taco shells and all that stuff? So this is our ingredients right there. That's what we use in a day. It's a low budget, good meal. Let's do it. Oh yeah, and just to let you know, this 2 pounds of ground beef right here hit me for $8.99. You know, which ain't good, but it also ain't bad. 2 pounds for $8.99. It's 80-20 meat. So I said, run it. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, so let's start off by cutting up our onion and bell pepper. I'm gonna just give these a quick rinse real quick. No particular way to cut a bell pepper. Just cut it however you want to cut it. All right. All right, so I'm gonna chop this up. This is how I'm gonna cut it. Whoa, I need a knife sharpener like yesterday. Alright, so we just want to cut these up into pieces about this size right here. You want to cut them just like that. Right there. So what I'm going to do is just put it right into this Tupperware. Alright, so we're going to take this onion now. Alright, we're going to cut that onion. We're going to chop this onion up. We're going to mix it with those bell peppers, and then we're going to start cooking. We're going to start cooking. Another good thing about this item right here, this cooking these urban tacos, is they don't take long. You don't have to turn the oven on. You're going to do everything on the stove top in one pot. Well, not one pot technically. If you're going to do your shells, you're going to do your shells, you should do a different pot. But hey, some people do one pot for that too. So it is what it is. All right, and these tacos, this is something, you know, maybe you can grab a 3-pound package and cook this and y'all eat on it for a week. You know what I mean? But that's what it's about. With these tough times, you got gasoline at $7 a gallon. You got milk, $5 for a gallon of regular milk, which is insane. So I see why the restaurant businesses are suffering, unfortunately. But you know what you got to do? You got to cook your own food. Try to find budget-friendly recipes. There. All right, y'all see that skillet right there? So we got it heating up. I'm going to go ahead and add some of this oil. Today we're using olive oil. I like to use grapeseed oil, but today... All right, so y'all see it? Y'all see it? That's the oil in there heating up. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in some of these onions and bell pepper. All right, we're going to save some of these onions for raw onions for the taco. All right, we're going to put about that much in there right now. And with a little bit of salt, we're going to use about a teaspoon of salt on there. Just enough to wake up the other flavors. We're going to let these saute. All right, they still cooking. I'm going to add in some garlic powder. Grab some more garlic powder. All right, so I'm going to add in some onion powder too. Even though we got onions in there, we still going to add in some of that onion powder. We're going to add in a little bit of this seasoned oil right there. Seasoned oil does not have a high content of salt. If you want some good seasoning that isn't salty, use seasoned oil. And I'm also going to add in some cumin. Cumin is the secret weapon for the tacos. If you read those taco packages, most of them have cumin in them. All right, so we're going to mix this in and just let these go. All right, so we got some minced garlic right here. I'm going to go ahead and just add that in. I'm going to just add all of it in. Just a little bit left. That's about a two serving spoons of minced garlic. We're gonna stir that in, and then we're gonna add in the meat. That's gonna be so good right there. That garlic smells so good in here. All right, y'all see them? They sauteing right there. We're gonna go on ahead and give them a little mix. It's almost time to add in the ground beef. We're gonna let these go just a little bit longer. All right, y'all. Y'all see it cooking? Oh, that smells so good. All right, there's that 2 pounds of ground beef right there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start loading it into the pan. Go ahead and get the seasoning. This taco seasoning right here, I bought it because it was on sale. It's just a regular Kroger mix, but it's real good. I tried it last time instead of using that Lori's package, and I asked them how they liked it. They said it was good. So I said, all right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and use this. All right, so we add in some black pepper. Then we're going in with a little bit more cumin. Going in with some seasonal. Remember, this is the one I told y'all that doesn't have a high content of salt in comparison to other stuff. It's got salt, but it just don't have a. And that garlic, all that's gonna cook right into the meat. All right, so y'all see that ground beef right there? That's done. Look at it. Look how good it looks. Look how moist it is. That's your bomb ground beef. And of course, I've already tasted it. I did add a little bit of more of that taco seasoning that sets it right on off. You need this right here, and you're also gonna need this right here, and you're also gonna need that cumin. These two together, like Snoop said, Compton and Long Beach together. Now you know you're in trouble. All right, so we're gonna let this go. We're gonna turn it over to the other side. Let that side cook. And I like to cook them in there one at a time just to make sure they all have enough room to do their thing. And in this one, we're gonna make it into a taco. We're gonna fold it in like that and let that continue to cook. All right, it's time. Let's make us a taco. Now here go the shells right here. And I'm gonna just add some of the meat in there. All right, we're gonna add, look how moist, juicy. All right, so y'all see we got the meat in there. Y'all saw me do it. Y'all saw me do it. Let me turn it around so y'all can see what's going on in here. All right, so we got the taco right there. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in some sour cream. Got a whip, do it. We're gonna add some sour cream on that taco. Next, I'm gonna add some cilantro to the taco. Sprinkle that across the top. Friendly taco. All right, so y'all see the taco right there? Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Mmm.